So in the end of the tour, you feel like fish in the water. You can come back to Mazatlan as usual, but with a little bit more knowledge about where you are located, where you can purchase some stuff, where you can have a little bite, where you can have a drink, where you can enjoy the sunset. See, that's the main purpose of this tour. Ivan and I, we're going to take you to the most important highlights. See, the good news is there's no mist anymore. So the sky is already clear. So we're gonna have very nice panoramic photographs and views today. The first area where we're going to go is the area of the downtown. Then we're gonna jump up until the Golden Zone early, and then we come back to the downtown so we can continue with the cathedral, see the municipal market, a little walking in the plaza, and then we're done. You're gonna be ready to come back when it's lunchtime. Okay. If you need, for example, I don't know, a specific products that we can find, there's some pharmacy in all the stops. They're gonna be in the restrooms in all the stops. They're gonna be complimentary drinks as well in most of the stops. So don't worry, we're good. Okay. The first thing that we're doing right now is a little waiver we need to sign so we can know who's coming with us. See, it's very important to write down very clear the name, because I'm not very familiar to all the surnames that are not local. And why is that so? Because in our third stop, which is the first one that we're gonna stop by, all of us, I'm going to make a raffle, and sometimes I don't recognize or I can't spell the surnames, so maybe I don't know who's the winner. See. But anyways, I'm going to ask for a volunteer, so maybe you can help me as well reading these names. And it's very important to know that the people was in my tour had the opportunity about this raffle. Okay. Muy bien. Any questions so far back there? The tour is 3 hours and a half, but it depends as well from the traffic. Sometimes in some stops, if everybody's agreed, for example, we take, I don't know, in a place that most of the other tours as well are going to stop in the same moment, I will tell you, you know what, we got 20 minutes, but if the line just to go to the restroom is 15 minutes, obviously I'm not gonna rush you because you are on vacation, see? So I'm just putting like an average timing. We try to respect it as much possible so everybody can get on time, everybody can enjoy the stops. That is the main purpose, so don't rush. I'm in charge of the stress. Yes, ma'am. 3 more, yes. If we are lucky, we are going to stop at the same times. It maybe, I think in downtown you can find their friends. If I'm not wrong, yeah, you'll find her. Yeah, eventually we will. Don't worry. And if we don't, in the way back where I'm going to drop you, which is in the front pier, they drop you in this area, and you gotta have enough time because the ship is going to leave very late. So you can socialize because there's a kiosk with music. There's another one with food. Yes, ma'am. You're gonna have enough time to enjoy Mazatlan with your friends as well. No problema. You're welcome. This area that we are driving right now, guys, as you can appreciate, there's a lot of cars brand new. All these huge containers as well is part of the things that we are exporting and importing. The cars, they complete, they're assembled in here, and these cars are for exporting. See, but not less important as well. In town, we got so much product to import. We got everything that has to do with furniture as well. We got some agriculture that as well that they're sending to the rest of the world. The chickpeas is the highest demanding from all over the world that they grow right here. Yes, believe it or not, chickpeas. Yes, and the Roma tomato. Next time that you make a salad, you will remember that the 30% of the main production of the main product, okay, all over the world is coming out from Culiacan, Sinaloa. It's approximately like 3-4 hours from here. Roma tomato, yeah. Sorry? That's a good question. I never remember. I'm never into the card. Muy bien. So the other thing that we need to know that is very important in town, which ones are the other main industries we got in town? See the main industry? Tourism, exactly. More than the 60% of the main economy comes because of your visit all the time. See? Later on, we got the fishing industry that is no longer number one, but it complements the first one. And the third one is the Pacifico company, that by the way is behind us. It was the one that in the morning wasn't smoking. They were making production. See? And just in case you want to try it today, we are going to have one stop that allowed us so we can taste it. See? Maybe you'll say, Abby, but I have tasted before in, I don't know, in California or in Canada or in Texas or Germany, the Pacifico beer. But yes, but there's two factories that they manufacture the Cerveza Pacifico. And guess what? The main ingredient is water. So you will never know which one is coming from where. So if you want to taste the one with the real original flavor since the 1900s, which is the one we manufacture in here, today we're gonna have the opportunity. But if you say, Abby, it's too early, no problema, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, so don't worry, you're on vacation. And if you don't, we got as well, we got Coca-Cola with the small cans, we got a water, we got coffee, what else do we got? But if you just want to wake up in one shot, we got a straight shots of tequila, we got margaritas if you want something sweeter or softer. See, it depends on the weather as well. Okay, so we're gonna have several options. No problema. The place that we are going to pass through right now, if you want to take out your cameras, is one of our most important places in town. When we celebrate, when we pamper, when we say happy birthday, I love you, I'm sorry, any special celebration is the flower market. The flower market is open all year long, 24/7. See, this building, it was started to use it since the 1980s. The main purpose was to storage vegetables and some other stuff that in the market they couldn't. And guess what? They noticed that it was having a natural weather inside, cooler than in any other place. So they started to use it for this, and until nowadays is very famous. Not even the crowds that we use for the funerals, they're less colorful or less pretty. You will see it. They're very creative. They even have these small little poodles made with carnations, so they can have something funny or something cute to offer as a gift. Okay, guys, take a look right here to your left side down. This is the flower market that I was mentioned before. Can you see it, guys? To your left side down? Take a look. If you like, for example, the orchideas, there's a relative from the orchideas, and they're right straight ahead of you in white. And these ones, they're not the expensive ones. See, the one that they spend, I don't know, like $30 for it. No, these ones are called Acapulco. See, they smell like jasmine, and they got different kinds of them because they can be, how do you say, they can adjust to your budget when you are purchasing this kind of a huge bouquet. It is, my friend. Sometimes it's very, very cheap to purchase, but the delivery is the expensive part. Oh. So the people rather to come down, choose something, and then give it by their own. Yes, it is. You're right. Muy bien. So as soon as Ivan comes, we're going to twist to your left side down so we can enjoy the other very amazing part of Mazatlan. This market is well known as the Changueras. This is the shrimp market. See, we got 6 different kinds of shrimp. Since the little one that is coming from Holland, Alaska and Oregon, since the biggest one, which is 7 to 9 inches without head. They call it jumbo blue point, or the local people call it eat me if you can. It's quite very tasty and a strong kind of meat because it's very muscled. It's the one that is coming from the ocean directly. From September until March approximately is the season, so they got a lot of production. Before salinity regulation started, back in the 50s, there was a lot of people that cannot afford to pay to fish in the VIP spots. So there were several families that they started to use the small part of the huge nets that they use by the in the boat. They fold it, they make an arm, and they put it in the back of their neck. So they were using this so they can fish in the less popular spots. But in the day after that, they can go out and sell it. Otherwise, they will get a fine or they can go to one-night jail. So they started to sit down right ahead of you by the sidewalk with these huge buckets, a piece of fabric on top of a piece of ice, and they started to sell it. Sanitary regulations say, where does it come from? So, okay, they made it official. They lower the prices so they can charge them. They can still make their own way of living. But guess what? They have to respect that, for example, no more than 3 days, it has to be fresh in here. If it's getting older, more than these 3 days, they lower the price, they put it in a truck, they send it all the neighborhoods so they can sell it to everybody, but fresh. Before that, the 3 days it starts, most of the people rather to dry it, and there's all this line that people started to sell it. Take a look to your left side down. They dry it before it gets older, see? So if they write it to sell it dry, that is spending time taking the cycle of the natural raw kind of fish. Careful, ma'am. Does anybody wants to go down and take a picture? Or you good?
Of course.
Okay, let me know. If anybody wants to go down, you can do it. You good? Muy bien. Where is Iván? Is she? Okay, maybe he went to come. Oh, you want to go down? Oh, there you go. There's no need. He comes. Here he comes. Take a look, guys. Yeah, this is like the middle ones. Take a look. And these ones are like the medium size. It's not the biggest one. No, not anymore. No, the one he's shaking is him. It's not the fish. This one as well, like $15 a kilo. The kilo is 2.2 pounds. Yeah. Yes, it is. They have to give them in a very middle average prices because they have so many production. And that's why we are considered as the shrimp capital of the world, because we have so much of this production. If you want to go down, you can do it. You see it differently because some of the shrimp, some of them are from the ocean, some other ones are from the estuaries, and some other ones are from the shrimp farms. So maybe sometimes you see different colors. And remember that in Asia, they got different ones, and this big, if they have long feet, they are langostinos, which is kind of different though. They're very relative from them. I was telling you that sometimes the people say, Abby, if I come out of season, I'm not gonna be able to enjoy fresh shrimp. Yes, you will, because we got shrimp farms working all year long. What's the big difference? That because they have no enough space, they don't reproduce themselves naturally. They feed them specifically vitamins and all this stuff. So the consistency of the meat is gonna be tender, very softer. Only if you have a very picky kind of taste, you will notice the difference immediately. If you don't, you're just going to enjoy it. Why is that so? Because it's softer. If it's tender, you can put it in a kebab, or you can use it in an Alfredo pasta or in a cocktail, and you need it softer, even if it's from the ocean. So either way, you're going to have the opportunity to enjoy something tasty all year long. So don't worry. But guess what? If you say, I know I don't like shrimp, I like scallops. Nowadays they got scallops, octopus, they got a smoked marlin, lobster, fish, crab, what else they got? The fish. Yeah, well, they got a little bit of everything. And as well, if you say, Abby, I don't like to peel it, there's some buckets that they are already peeled. Take a look to your right side. Some of them without the head, or if you just want to buy the heads for a soup, they got a little bit of everything. They have different kind of options. What kind of fish? Well, usually the average one is the red snapper, the one that they sell here, or sierra, which is very famous in here. The sierra is the one that we use for the ceviches, the basic one, the traditional one. But if you say, I know, I like red snapper, or I like mahi mahi, that is quite expensive, but you can get it as well. They got it. Okay. See? No, but what they just take out, what they average know that they can sell.
Seafood.
Okay,
seafood, fish, the shrimp.
Oh, they're right here. Nyito Mogoko Pasitos Pateria Parfumundo Parfumando Consultorio Credito Bromelia Material Maslentis Excellentis.
And for example, there's some people that tells me as well, that ask me if this is the only place where they can buy. Yeah, touristic area, central area, yes. But for the like they focus more like in a private or a little bit expensive kind of yes, like for parties, exactly, Sweet 15 or a baptism or a wedding. There are several of them in these areas. So I was telling you that there's some other spots that you can find as well fresh seafood, but only the local people know where to go. See, for example, if you want to cross to the Stone Island, in this area, in this dock, there's a long rail where usually the train pass by. There's another spot that you can buy all this kind of seafood, but it's more like often for from the local people that they bought it right over there. But this one is more like centric as well for the tourism. The population in Mazatlan is 1 million inhabitants when the snowbirds, the season is active. See, which is right now, which is from October approximately until March or April. When there's no visitors from Canada and from United States, we got 600,000 people in town. 40 Celsius to the shade. And the humidity, I don't know very much of the conversion. We just do Celsius in town. Yes. No, 40 Celsius to the shade. But the feeling is like, yeah, but the feeling is like 100. It's like a microwave oven in September. In Mazatlan, it's not a luxury. It's a necessity that all the business, whatever, even if you sell only candies, that you got air conditioning in your house. It's very hot. The humidity is like sometimes they can't handle it. So yeah, it is, but it's more like commercial kind of tourism. So it's different. Take a look to your left side. This area is well known as Playa Norte, the North Beach. And in this area you can find fish. See, these guys, they go and fish very early in the morning behind the 3 islands that you got to your left side. And no more than 7 a.m. they come back. They extend everything right here in this area in a specific ramp, which is right here. Take a look. See, and once they done for the day, that's it for them. They have to, until next day, very early in the morning, go back to the ocean. But it depends as well on the weather. Muy bien. So we are going to have a little ride all along the Malecon, which is one of the largest Malecon all over Latino America. See, it has 21 kilometers, and this is where we enjoy our parade 1 week before land. See, when we have our sunsets as well. See, we enjoy it in the afternoon. Right now, approximately between 5:15, 5:45, we got the sunset, and then we come down with the skaters, with the family, with our friends. See, with a coffee, margarita, or Pacifico beer, or just in this little restaurant, see, to take a drink with our family. And this is what we like to do usually on weekends. See, these three islands give us the opportunity in this area of the beach, which is called the Sea Avenue, to your right side after this beautiful monument that later on we're going to describe. A calm area because they block all the huge currents of waves. See, so this is more often visited by the natural tourism because we don't know very much. We're not very too much adventure to go deep in the high waves or surf or stuff. The people that comes from the south usually they don't know how to swim very much, so they rather to the quietest area so they can have a nice day at the beach. And further from here, we're going to start watching that there's a lot of palapas. The palapas are the dry roof leaves. And these are our local zone, golden zone. So this is the place where they have a lot of little restaurants. When we come down, they don't have no happy hour. They manage happy day because we don't go anywhere. And when the national people as well arrive down here, they stay at least 1 week. So they can stay all day long from 10 a.m. until 10 p.m. They're big families. By the way, take a look to the ocean. You're gonna start seeing some black liner tubes. See, these guys are the oyster catchers. They got these black liner tubes. They sew a net. Meanwhile, they're floating. They put all the oysters and they continue diving. Take a look. These are the restaurants that we will mention. Sorry. Or when we have, for example, vacations, official vacations from all over the República, they come down immediately. Yeah. Here it comes the Eastern week as well. We're gonna have, if I'm not wrong, 2 weeks off, so it's gonna be very busy. After that, we got the Bikers Week as well. Biker Weeks. Since they made this top road from Durango to here, we got so many people from San Diego, from the States, that they come down to the Biker Week in Durango. Then from here, then, if I'm not wrong, Guanajuato. So they drive down all the Biker Week, but in different states. It's a long ride for them. Yes. So you can only see, so you're gonna start just listening all day long, the engines all day, everywhere. Even the guys that deliver the tortillas or the flowers, they feel like very tough. Muy bien. So in the way back, we're going to slow down so we can photograph some of the monuments we got. One of the most important that I like to show up because it's very hilarious is the one that we got from one of our transportations. You will see it. The name is the Pulmonía. They look like Flintstone cars, something like that. And it was made by an accident by Miguel Urquijo. This guy, he was fixing boats, sea fishing boats. In a certain moment, he was running out of job, but he kept the material, the fiberglass, and he started to try to figure it out how to fix his own boats back. And he ended up in something like that, but only with 2 wings in the back and one in the front. He was very famous because he was the craziest guy in town. And guess what? There's always a problem maker in all the parties, in all the places, in all the towns. So they were saying, I know, too risky. No doors, no windows. No, you cannot catch a pneumonia in the winter time. So these rumors, instead of giving a bad reputation, they kept the attention from the government. And the government say, let's make it official. We got none of them in town. So they started, that was back in the 1950s. So they started to make it. They started with 50 of them, and nowadays we got over 600 of them. Every year that they increase the amounts of tourism, we need more transportations for you guys. How about that? So next time that you see one, if it doesn't have a door, are pulmonias or pneumonias, and if it has a door, is a safari. But if you want something bigger because your party is bigger, for 8 people. There's one of them that they call it Auriga, that they're red trucks. These red trucks are crazy because most of them they got music. See, and it's for the tourism basically. So you can have like a little party on your Auriga, your red truck, all over Mazatlan, all over the Malecon. See, this was just for you to have an idea of your picture. The continuity of the evolution of this kind of crazy transportation was. These were the substitution of the arañas. This is how they used to call to the old carriages pulled by forces. See, but they started to exist back in the 60s. So they nowadays is the same kind, but with music and a motor. How about that? And there are a lot of them as well in town. But we don't have a monument of them. Only for the pulmonía. And we will see it in the way back. There's a lot to share with you guys. Does anybody have been before in Mazatlan? 1, 2, how long ago?
4 years.
Long ago? I can't hear.
15 years. 15.
15? Oh my God. No. It was very different. Well, let me tell you what happened in the last 15 years. We switched the Malecon, the sidewalk of the Malecon. Nowadays we got a bikers area because it became very on trend, the ecological theme. So now there's a lot of people skating and using their bicycles. What else we got brand new? Oh, the downtown in the historical center, they switched the streets. There were so many people parking because it's a very frequently area that we visit on weekends as well. So the neighbors say, you know what? Let's make a request. Plus the tourism that they wanted to stay in this calm and relaxed area. There were so many cars driving, parking out of the houses that they didn't have no noises. So the government said, okay, let's make it formal. So they made the sidewalks bigger, thicker, see, thicker. No, wider, ancho, yeah, wider. So no cars were allowed to park there. So just like the old version of the old town, that everybody can walk slow motion, enjoy the quietness of the historical area. And for example, you got enough space for a car, but you don't want a car. Why you should have a car outside your house? So that's why the main purpose, they wanted to switch the old images of the historical center. Muy bien, so there's no Malecon anymore, and this is the beginning of the Golden Zone. See, the Golden Zone, this is where it comes the name, where the main incomings were located. The best part of the VIP of the tourism, they started to make it right here in this area. The craziness of the tourism started back in the 60s. There was an American guy, but they used to call it the Gringo Loco, that after the 2 first hotels to be built in the old Mazatlan, he was creating the first hotel in the middle of nowhere, right straight ahead of you, where we're going right now. And his vision, it was more like the kind of motel that you see in California, that the guys come down, we're going to serve, we're seeing a weekend. That was his vision. But I can dare to tell you that he never thought that until nowadays it was going to be the coolest, biggest, prettiest, and most famous hotel in town. How about that? His son nowadays is in charge. The name of the hotel is Playa Mazatlan. It's a very rustic, it's bigger nowadays, but is the one who started the Golden Zone. See? Nowadays, for example, this building to your left side, don't take me wrong, I'm not making the sign of the cross. It ain't no church. The only moment that we make the sign of the cross in here is at 2 a.m. when they give us the bill, and you're saying, like, how am I gonna pay this? It's a discotheque, and it depends on the season, the kind of music they have in there. How about that? To your right side, the American Embassy, McDonald's. Any difficult situation, an ice cream, a coffee, or a hamburger, it can solve and relax anything. So the next stop that we're gonna have in the heart of the Golden Zone that we were talking about before, one of the main industries plus the tourism, Pacific Brewery, fishing industry, agriculture, and farming is the mining. Not in the times when the Spaniards conquered us back in the year 1531. No, but we're still trying to preserve it because it's quite expensive to bring the equipment and continue doing this. But this place allowed us so we can have a little break so we can continue. So if you see something that catches your eye, you got a little sticker with my name. That means that you're in a private tour. So if you see something, just tell them, I got a special price. Meanwhile, if you don't want to purchase anything, guess what? We got a raffle and we got some drinks. So we got 30 minutes right there. Enjoy it, pamper yourself. As well, we have some restrooms. There's like 3 or 4 of them, so the line is gonna be not that long. At least the other 3 buses are right there. Okay, but I don't think that's it. Usually try to avoid to get to the same stops at the same time, so they can give you some very nice service. So in there we're gonna have from 20 to 30 minutes. If you're ready in 20, I'll meet you outside the gallery. I'm gonna call Ivan if there's some room, because it's a huge long bus. He's going to stay. If he doesn't, he's going to be called by phone, and he's coming right immediately to pick us up. But make me a huge favor. In the way back, use your same seat just in case you want to leave a hat or a purse or something that you don't need, something that is heavy, so you can know where you are seated. Okie dokie? Muy bien. So you ready for the raffle? Where is my clipboard? Somewhere? And everybody sign? You sure? Muy bien. The rules are these ones. I take out 3 numbers, and until the 3rd one is gonna be the winner. Okie dokie, so I need volunteers. I'm not cheating. But let me share with you something. Let me show the magic. Usually the 3rd one, the one, for example, if he helps me, usually, or it's for him or for you. I don't know, but it happens in my trip very frequently. The last people that helps me, so pay attention if you want to help me, if you want to win the prize. I don't know how it happens, but this is what I haven't observed lately. Yeah, this is the hotel that we mentioned, Playa Mazatlan. The red trucks, yeah, the Aurigas. This one to your left side down. And this is the hotel that we were mentioned. They got these huge saloons in the top where they have congresses for the doctors, or weddings or baptisms. They got 6 different small pools. They got buffet. They got Mexican shows. Yeah? No. Very, very average kind of price. Just for you to have an idea, from where is Valentino's towards to this direction, the price per night usually is approximately 1,500 pesos, which is, help me guys, ¿cuánto sea 1,500 pesos? 1,060, como $60, 2 por 6, 12, como 70, like $70 per night to the top. It depends on needs. But if you say, I know, I'm staying for 3 months, what can you offer you? They can make a package for you, and you can, they can lower the price even until 800 pesos. Like $40 a night. Yeah, and most of the times when there's a big season, with all inclusive, with the hotels that they have different kind of restaurants, so you can enjoy whatever you want in the 4 different restaurants. Yeah. Muy bien. So the place is right in front of us to your right side. You're gonna see a little umbrella. Can you see it to your right side? The place is Goose. See?
Yeah.
This is gonna be our meeting point, and inside the gallery, this is where I'm going to make the raffle. Okay? After the raffle, you start counting your 20 minutes. If you need more than that, just wave your hand, and I'll meet you right outside. Okay? I think we're going to stay. That's good. Yay. That's better, because if you're ready and you can start coming back to the bus, see, you can just let me know. I'm going to be there. And because it's a busy day, it's better to be all together. So I need to count my babies before we continue, okay? Any questions so far? Are you good? Yeah. Muy bien. The guy that is helping us to park the bus, his name is Winston, okay? Just in case you need anything with a red polo shirt out there.